Do you have problems exposing every bit of your personality within 10 minutes of meeting someone? Start with hello. Now all of a sudden you're trauma dumping 15 minutes in the conversation. You forgot the person's name. Now you're too afraid to ask. They're just stuck with this information now that you gave to them willingly. Now they have to live with it. Do you have an issue posting online too much? Just every excruciating, painful detail of your entire life because you don't have anyone else to talk to? This sounds like you. I have the perfect subreddit for you.
Moral dilemmas. Any question, any concern, whether it be hypothetical relationship advice or you just need some help, it can be answered through there. Tons and tons of strangers willing to put in their 2 cents on some of your biggest decisions in life based off of one question. Now, while scrolling through this subreddit, I found a lot of shit that's concerning, to say the least, but a lot of them is just people needing help. People asking hypothetical questions that either don't apply to them, they just want to see, hey, if I think about killing someone, is that wrong? Is that bad? I don't think about that. I don't think about that, thankfully. Just in case I did, though, like, is it okay? Or so for the sake of this subreddit, I'm going to dive into just a handful of topics just to give you a little taste of what you see when you open up this subreddit. Disclaimer, I'm not reading any context. I'm taking the titles and digesting them how I would if I were to read them based off the title alone, as if they were only asking the question, not providing any further context. This first one is it okay to lie in a relationship? Now, yes, with context, it varies. I don't recommend just outright lying in your relationship and just being cool with it. For the most part, depending on the lie, yes, but obviously if it's like, listen, I would never cheat. I've never done that. And then you just fuck around and smash 30 girls at the club in one night, Bonnie Blue style, you got everyone waiting in a line just waiting to hit. No. Obviously that's terrible. But if you're like,
yeah, I picked up yogurt at Publix.
And you're already in your driveway, Instacart might not be a bad idea. Or,
yeah, of course I'll cook dinner tonight.
And you have to just shamelessly exit the Chipotle app as you're already placing your order. Things like that are okay. Little white lies that don't necessarily chalk up to the end of your relationship never mean anything. I lie to my girlfriend all the time. I say, hey, I'm going to clean the house today. No, I'm not. I walk like 13 million thousand steps at my job. I tell her that. Little does she know, as soon as I get home, I'm taking my clothes off and going to bed. 9 times out of 10, I'm getting naked and jumping straight into the fucking bed. Some of these dilemmas aren't as personal as you would think. Some of them are socioeconomical. And people need help on that too sometimes. I don't blame them. For example, this one is I forgot the title. I'm going to pull it up. It's something along the lines of poor people deserve nice things and people work for what they want. People should work for what they want. Now, again, with no context, after opening up the initial question, I am for till college.
You are grounded for till college.
I'm for both of them, because there are a lot of people who live below the median salary, also known as poor people, who don't put themselves in that position. They aren't necessarily making mistakes and deserve to be in that position. A lot of them they have no choice. They end up there. They have to figure out a way to get out. And when you say nice things, I guess it's pretty subjective. Nice things could be like a hot shower, or like being able to cook dinner every night, or pay your rent on time. Or nice things could be like a nice watch, or like a new set of jeans, a drum set, fucking sex swing, whatever your thing is. A nice thing is different to everybody. On the other hand, people should always want to work towards a goal that they have for themselves or for their career. They should work for what they want. If you want to buy the fucking new 2024 Toyota Camry and you're like, fuck me, $30,000 for the damn car. Shit, I better start saving up for a down payment now. Then you work extra hours. You fucking bust your ass so that you can save up for like a $5,000 or $10,000 down payment, however much you want. And it'll feel a little bit more satisfying to realize that you got the car that you want because you worked enough or more than enough to save up for that down payment. I'm no stranger to working my ass off. 16-hour shifts, 13-hour shifts, 12. I've done it all, everything except 24. And I'd rather die before I do a 24-hour shift because that just means my girlfriend broke up with me. I have nowhere to live, sleeping in my car, and I'm scared someone's going to attack me and finger my butt while I'm sleeping. So I'd rather work all day throughout the night, 24 hours. So yes, people who are poor, remember I'm one of them, deserve nice things just like everybody else. And also people should work for what they want or what they deserve because they worked for it. It really is one of the same, honestly. I don't know why this is a question. This next one is fun. This next one's going to be a good one. How to handle a mentally diminished person saying racist stuff. Now, here's the thing. Were they racist before they were mentally diminished? I feel like that's a big chunk of the question. I read a little bit of the context. I cheated. So what? Fuck you. And it talks about how this individual's, I think, grandparents just slowly but surely got more and more racist as time went on, as they were dying. I think they had dementia. And it just broke their heart because they weren't like this previously. They didn't ask to get sick. They got sick and they became racist. As time went on, they didn't necessarily become, well, they did become this way, but they weren't that way after or before it happened. They weren't racist. They became racist, sure. I mean, racist people suck, but I think it's a little different if you're like a tried and true racist, like you're really into the shit, and then you're just racist because like your mental willpower is slowly drifting away from you little by little. You're just slowly sinking into a subconscious state of death, and then it just takes you. So being racist, bad, real bad all the time. But if you realize an old person is being racist because their mental capacity is slowly slipping away from them, you gotta just kind of take it with a grain of salt and try and remember who they were before they were like this, because that's a bigger testament to who they are than what you're seeing in front of you right now. Remember, racist people suck, by the way. I'm going to end it off on a lighthearted note. We talked about racism and immorality and all that good stuff you'd learn in any entry-level sociology class. Should this guy put his fiance's kids first or not? Now, again, I cheated. Oh, well. Fuck off. I read a little bit of the context. And he talks about how he got divorced and came into a new marriage, or I guess engagement, to a woman that already has kids. He has his own kids that are grown. She has 4 kids. Few of them are a little older, a few a little young. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Should I put them first or not? Now, if you're in a similar situation, or you know someone who's in a similar situation, everything is depending case by case. Everything case by case. Depending on case by case. And here's why. If the biological father is still in the picture, you don't necessarily need to serve that role. You need to play your role as a stepfather. Take a back seat. They have a dad. You don't need to be a dad. A positive role model, sure, there's always space for that in someone's life. But you telling Jim Samsa
hey, put the dishes away, do it, because, you know, I'm your father.
No, you're not. You're not my dad.
What?
You're not my dad! You also want to hear something! Ugly ass fucking noodle!
Who the fuck is this guy? I'm gonna call my mom and ask her who the fuck this guy is. Because realistically, you just showed up after my parents got divorced. I've been here. Telling me to put... No, fuck you, man. Disrespectful step-parents, the worst thing ever. You're not my dad. No. Now, can I talk? No. I have a father. He's been in my life, my entire life. And I also have a mother. Yeah, I have a mom and a dad, if you could believe it. And guess what? They had sex. And guess what? That's how I got here. So, if you didn't know that, now you know. Fucking idiots. Okay? If you don't have a dad, I'm sorry. If you have a stepfather, I hope they're nice to you. Because they should be. Now, if they don't have a positive male role model in their life, feel free to step in that, you know, soft launch that father role. Maybe take it easy, you know, show some willpower, show some strength, but don't just go acting like their dad off rip. He might have died, or the divorce and he was a piece of shit and he never showed up. You now have to fill that hole, not just the mother's, but the children's hole in their hearts, not having a dad. You got to be, again, soft launch the dad shit, okay? Maybe, you know, hey, Jimothy, why don't you go ahead and let's wash the dishes together? Hey, why don't we clean? Isn't that fun? Maybe you start with your room and I'll start with the kitchen and we can race and see who cleans the fastest. Something stupid like that. That'll probably work on some dumb 7-year-old. Or they'll tell you to fuck off and you gotta just, well, pump the brakes. Hey, just take it easy, man.
Whoa, just take it easy, man.
I was just trying to relate. Skibbity toilet, you know? Take it easy, man. Realistically, if you're with a woman and you're going to marry her, you're also marrying into the family that she already has. That includes her children. You now have to take it upon yourself to win them over, because without them, any good mother will leave you if their children don't feel safe around you. You have to welcome them with open arms and just hug them real tight and almost suffocate them with your like or love, whatever you feel towards the kids. Make it about them. The mom's gonna love the shit, okay? So should you put them first? Absolutely. Treat them like your kids. Even if they do have a dad. When they're around you, you're fake dad for the weekend or whatever the visitation rights are. I'm not a parent. I have no fucking idea. All I know is be a good guy. My dad's great. Be like him.